Hello Man United fans. Welcome to Manchester United football. Various reports have it that the club have agreed a £13 million deal with Fenerbahce for the transfer of Fred. The Brazilian midfielder, 30, will head to Istanbul on Saturday to undergo his medical and put pen to paper on a deal that will bring his 5-year stay at United to an end. Fred has made 213 appearances, scoring 14 goals, for the club since his £52 million move from Shakhtar Donetsk in 2018. But he has never really been an undisputed first choice at Old Trafford during that time, despite a spell under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer where his partnership with Scott McTominay was somewhat mockingly referred to as McFred by fans on social media. Certainly, he has only been a bit-part player since Erik Ten Hag's arrival at the club. United Chiefs are expected to deliver the funds to Ten Hag as he looks to further beef up his midfield, with Sofyan Amrabat, the Fiorentina and Morocco anchorman, among his targets. A United club statement declared, "The 30-year-old leaves so many positive memories from his time at Old Trafford, where he has been a hugely popular individual, both as a person and as a player. Everybody at the club would like to wish the very best of luck to Fred for the future, as we await confirmation that the deal is completed." A statement from the Turkish side on Friday night similarly declared, "Our club has reached an agreement in principle with the football player and his club Manchester United FC for the transfer of professional football player Frederico Rodrigues de Paula Santos, Fred. The football player will come to Istanbul on August 12, 2023 to pass the health checks and negotiate the forward transfer. We present it to the public. It's being reported that the club want Everton's Amadou Onana as an alternative for Fiorentina's Sofyan Amrabat. The 21-year-old was one of the few players who came out of the Toffees' 2022-23 campaign with any credit following his arrival from Lille last summer. Onana made 33 appearances for the club as they narrowly avoided relegation to the Championship but has experience playing in the Champions League during his time in France. The Goodison club's valuation will be key as United also have Fiorentina's Sofyan Amrabat on their list. Though, Juventus have threatened to challenge Manchester United for the signing of the midfielder, who caught the eye during Morocco's trip to the World Cup semi-finals at the Qatar World Cup. Manchester United have accepted a £7.78 million offer from Bayer Leverkusen for goalkeeper Mate Kovar. Kovar, 23, has never played for the club but impressed last season on loan at Sparta Prague, where he won the Czech First League title. The Czech Republic-born goalie joined United's academy in 2018 and was quickly drafted into first-team training by then-manager José Mourinho. Kovar came on for the second half of United's opening pre-season friendly against Leeds United in Oslo and also played the full 90 minutes of the 1-0 defeat of Lyon in Edinburgh. However, Kovar was not named in the squad for the tour of the United States. United clarified his absence was due to the likelihood of Kovar heading back out on loan. United manager Erik Ten Hag has been more decisive with academy talents with no pathway to the first team and, rather than loaning Kovar, United have agreed to sell him. Zidane Iqbal and Ethan Laird, two other academy graduates who figured in Ten Hag's first tour squad, were sold to FC Utrecht and Birmingham City earlier this summer. Aaron Wan-Bissaka admits he's had a mental battle at Manchester United, having been snubbed for long periods before enjoying a return to the first team. The right back was a £50 million addition early in the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era, but after a positive start, began to slip down the pecking order. Erik Ten Hag's arrival did little to revive his fortunes and he looked set for the exit door. Towards the end of last season though, Wan-Bissaka forced his way into the starting 11 and became a regular, legitimizing the stance he took to train for myself, when he battled with himself about his purpose having been continually overlooked in Manchester. It was a hard time and the only thing you can do during a hard time is keep working. I got my head down, gaining that hunger to fight for my position and wanting to play, wanting to impress the manager and help the team. It's quite hard to motivate yourself to train hard because you'd be telling yourself, what am I training for when I'm not going to be playing? But I just had the mindset, I'll train for myself, just to get the best out of myself. It can go both ways. You can just sit there and complain about it and not care, or you can actually try. I thought the best way was for me to try. It's obviously never good, but I just had to deal with it. I had support around me, my family, telling me every day, just keep working hard, have faith, your time will come. So, that helped me get through each day. I always have that faith in myself to get myself out of situations like that. I had my head screwed on and I was ready to do what it takes. Probably after January, I felt I was in the right direction. I felt good about myself. I was happy. I just wanted to keep improving. Wan-Bissaka was expected to be moved on by the Dutch coach with a January move touted, only for him to justify his quality and, in a major U-turn, a new improved deal could be on the cards for the former Palace man, who has previously been in England contention. Twitter can be a dark place, so I avoid it, he admitted. I used to, but it's easy now, I just don't do it no matter how the performance is, good or bad. When I was at Palace, I used to see players from other clubs, what they go through and what to expect. So when it happened, it's hard to deal with it, but you just block it out and focus on the main thing, which is football. A group of Manchester United fans are set to protest against Mason Greenwood's potential return to the first-team squad at the opening game of the season. The Red Devils host Wolves in the first Monday Night Football of the new Premier League campaign. And a group of female United fans, who have branded themselves Female Fans Against Greenwood's Return, FFAGR, have pledged to protest against Greenwood. The striker has been suspended by the club since January 2022 after he was charged with attempted rape, controlling and coercive behavior and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Those charges were withdrawn by the Crown Prosecution Service earlier this year. United launched their own internal investigation, with Chief Executive Richard Arnold set to make the final call on if Greenwood will be brought back into the first-team group. That decision is expected imminently, but the FFAGR have threatened to protest if he is allowed back. The group have demanded the club take a zero-tolerance approach with their decision on Greenwood's return. And they claimed that bringing Greenwood back would tell the club's female fans that they don't matter. It tells us that men who make the club money matter, not us, our fellow fans, mothers, sisters or daughters. The problem here isn't a player who has made a mistake, the statement read. It's a player who has shown nothing but disregard and contempt for what it means to represent this great club. Everyone makes mistakes, but not everyone does so while in the position of power and privilege Greenwood is. If you want to play at the highest level at the biggest club in the world, your behavior will be held up to the highest level of scrutiny, accountability and expectation. The decision of senior management regarding Greenwood's return will tell us fans everything we need to know about their ability to run this club, and about whether they have any genuine willingness to listen to, engage with, and support fans on issues that matter to us, they added. Is this club for them just a vehicle for commercial success, trophies, sponsorships and revenue? Or do they genuinely share our vision of Manchester United as a great institution that exists as a place of belonging and community for those who care about its values and traditions? We are calling on the club to do the right thing. For their fans, for their employees, for the millions of young boys and girls across the world who look up to our players as heroes and role models, and the millions of women whose lives have been blighted by violence and abuse. To the decision makers at the club, remember, this goes beyond football. This decision is a reflection of you, your morals, of who you are as individuals and as humans. History will judge your choices. Make sure you choose well. So, fans, what do you make of the measly transfer fee of £13 the club received from Fenerbahce for the sale of Fred? Leave your comments below in the comment section on any of the topics discussed. If you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel. Till the next updates. Thank you for watching.